An update on the READY grant. Jake, would you like to speak to this?
Yes, yeah, the READY grants, the Resiliency and Economic Development Initiative that they passed, I think, in partially in response to some of the Lake Ontario, the shoreline issues. In our area, our, Webster, the town of Webster, Village of Webster, we're lucky enough with working with Matt Chatfield there, I think, to get 5 different grants for primarily the Lake Road, Sandbar area. One of the grants is a joint venture between us and the town, where we're going to be able to properly decommission the wells that are down in the Sandbar area to protect the aquifer down there. And the other part of it's going to be the town doing some resiliency things and shoring up of their pump station, their sewer wastewater pump station that's down there in the Sandbar area. So we've had some meetings. I know Matt's gone to more meetings than me and went to Albany. They had a summit where they were discussing the thing. But one of the first steps, one of the benchmarks, was to let them know if we were in the beginning of December. Now the next major benchmark, if you will, is at 10%. It's a 10% engineering. It's not a financial thing. It's a 10% completion on engineering plans, and that's Valentine's Day. That's the next step. One of the things we started looking at, ours really, our portion of it, I think, is going to take very little engineering because we're taking stuff away and we're closing down. There's already standards and specs on how to properly decommission a well, and the recommendations to the DEC and the Department of Health and those things. So there's not a lot of engineering from a, hey, we have to design something standpoint. It's more, let's look at what we're, how we're going to do it, how it's proposed to do it. There's an engineering report. And there's not really much approval. Talking to the health department before, when we first started looking at this in 2013, there's not an approval process, but they want time to comment on it and make recommendations or review our plan for it. But one of the big things, we did get budget numbers for it, and it's going to exceed the threshold for competitively bid projects. That's our expectation, that it's not really close to that $35,000 figure, unfortunately. So it's going to exceed that. I bet it's, going to be more than that. So this has to be bid, and coming up with a bid packet is something that we've reached out to an engineering firm to come up with that bid packet is. And since I sent him an email this afternoon, Matt forwarded me the engineering template, the engineering report template. So I'm going to see, and I think a lot of our portion of it might be NA, not applicable, but I'm going to see if they do that portion of it, because the engineering report has to have a stamp on it. It has to be completed by an engineer. I want to see how that's going to affect their proposal, and then come back probably in January, looking to see if we can have that proposal approved. I expect it's going to be ultimately end up in about $5,000 range. And this grant is a 95%. We have a 5% match on it. And our portion of it, the total project, I believe, is $561,000 between the two, the pump station and ours. It depends on how that got allocated within there.
How much was it? I'm sorry.
I think it was, I want to say $561,000 for both combined, for both projects. I want to see what the town's portion was for the pump station and what our portion was, because we had, the initial plans of the budget numbers that we were putting together, they had 7 of the 8 wells down, so we had to it was a last minute thing. We finally got it. It took me quite a while to get there. There's not a lot of well drillers or certified well drillers. When we got it, we said, all right, let's assume that 1/7 higher, the mobilization's going to be the same. We're not going to have those, but the 1/7 higher. And then also there was some discussion on that of us providing gravel to that goes down in the well, or the clay and some of the materials. So we were estimating what those things were to get an idea for the grant. So depending on where those things fell, we'll have an idea. We've met with the town. We met with Jeff Benway a couple weeks ago, and he's going to do the engineering portion for the town stuff. So it'll be something that's coming up in a future meeting. We're going to have to do something with, but it's like I said, it's a really good deal. Trying to get, we want to get these things closed up properly. They're the most vulnerable ones, especially with the lake levels. Protect the aquifer. That's a resource we can't get back if it gets goofed up. So I think it's an important thing to do, and it's really important to do when someone wants to give us 95% of the funding for it. I think it's a great time to do it.
So what kind of a time frame
They're pushing on these things, it's gonna be,
Because you said engineering by the Valentine's Day.
yeah, engineering, and we might, our portion of it, and that's another thing, once we get the engineering report, and I want to try to get those comments, we want to try to get the engineering report and the plans together pretty quick, so we get the comments from the Department of Health, and
Yeah.
it's a little tough. The Department of Health does public water supplies, it's no longer a water supply, but it's a well, but it's still an aquifer that they want to protect, so it's a little gray area. The DEC does water withdrawal permits, but there's no expiration on a permit, so they permitted us to withdraw water, but it doesn't really go away. So it's a little kind of in limbo thing, but we want to make sure to get them done and get them done right, allow all those agencies to comment, and plus get in the well drillers, the certified well drillers, get in their schedule. Because we've got a short window here. I mean, in reality, you can probably do wells most of the year, but it's a lot easier in the summertime or the fall than it is in the middle of the winter. So we want to make sure to get in their window too, and so once, it should be soon that we'll have a little clearer picture and a plan moving forward, as far as timeline and what we want to do, but I think we want to get all our ducks in a row sooner rather than later.
Yeah, how will this affect neighbors?
Yeah, are they gonna buy back that property?
That's certainly something that, you know, that can be discussed, and I think when the property was purchased for those well houses, it came out of those lots. I don't know exactly what those agreements were at the time, or if they had a right of first refusal at the end of it. They may have, I don't think they owned it at the time, but, and I don't know if, some of them I think they did, some of them they didn't, but I don't know if that would transfer with the property or how that would work, so we certainly have an ingress egress easement to get, because we really own just the footprint of the buildings, so.
Jake, if they, once those wells are finally capped, permanently capped, can you pave over them and all that stuff? I mean,
Yeah, once they're decommissioned, and capping sounds like just putting a plug on the top of it or securing a cap.
Yeah.
Really decommissioning them is pulling the pumps, pulling the drive shafts, you know, either pulling the casings or perforating the casings, filling them with the screen intervals, putting gravel in those so that you're not disrupting the flow of the water within the aquifer itself, although it's a 12-inch, 18-inch section, you know, where it is. I think it would flow around it, but, you know, they figure out they want to, you know, fill those screen intervals with clay, or with rock, and then you put like bentonite clay in the rest of it, and then you'd excavate down. If it was inside a building, I think you gotta go down 6 inches to cut it, and if it's outside of a building, I think they want you to go down 4 or 6 feet, I forget, but cut it down, but you're filling it up the whole way.
so it's
not-
forever capped.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
decommissioned. It's probably a more proper term than capped, you know, it's out of service, it's done, you can't use it anymore.
Then remove the building and then.
Some aggregate was,
But, and this, our plan does not include the demolition of any of the buildings.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's, you know, if they want, you know, it's certainly for discussion with them if they want to use the buildings for storage or whatever, lemonade stand, it'd be,
so once it's
whatever,
capped,
yeah,
he could remove the building.
yes.
Can do whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, and that's something that's all gonna be worked out and agreed to, you know.
And I think that's what he said he was gonna do if need to.
If,
Yeah, in that meeting.
He would tear it down.